Yeah, you can carry on and sing it. Why? Because it lays within deep in your memory. So when this part goes on, it's just not the funny part lay within the speaker's speech, but it's the funny part that within the audience memory. And the speaker has to try the part in the audience heart instead of what lies on the surface of the speech. It's much more important to touch the audience in the heart, all right? So I really suggest, because I only have 20 minutes, so I'm going to really rush through this. And take a look at the topic. I believe you're going to find a lot of different things like within this topic. It's a very interesting analysis. Okay, second, physical movement and costume works. Physical movements, if you want to win in the humorous speech contest, believe me, you really got to have really big body movements, and you don't really need to have really funny costumes. But Benjamin Williams, the president who was before me, he won this. And when he won that trophy, he did that by wearing a diaper on the stage. You know a diaper? Wearing a diaper on the stage. So in-string costume does work. If wearing a diaper can guarantee you a trophy, would you do that? Maybe yes, maybe no, but in-string costume does work. Take a look at the judges' ballot. You will see physical, 10%, voice, 10%, and manner, another 10%. All right, the next is the most important part in a humorous speech. That is set up lines work. Okay, what are set up lines? Allow me to give you some examples that I got from the previous winners. Okay, set up line examples. I decided to ask the sexiest, most gorgeous girl I knew, "Mommy, why don't I have a girlfriend?" So, which is the setup line? The mommy part. The audience are expecting, who is the most sexiest girl? Who is the sexiest girl? And turn out to be the mommy. So this is called the so-called setup line, or we have another term for it. It's called the punch line. The punch line is the most important part in a humorous speech. That is the part that will push your audience into a roll of laughter. So you really need to set up really good lines. Next one, also from Cameron, the first place winner. Are you a man? And for the first time in my entire life, I was able with confidence. Yes, I am a man. And when he rips off the shirt, he actually writes, "I am a man" over here. So when she rips off the shirt, it's like, "Yeah, I am a man." Then the punchline comes after it. "Get out, this is the ladies' bathroom." So no, this is the punchline, the line that can get people laugh. And the third, from the third place, Matilda Huang. I have free lunch with my clients every day. I hug and kiss my clients every day, and also I sleep with them. After I change their diapers, my clients are kindergarten kids under 6. This is punchline examples. Another very good punchline example. I really love the next one. Also from Matilda. Some of my friends think I'm so lucky to have a job that I can play with these little angels all the time, but they forget angels don't shed their pants. No punchlines. It's like set up the expectation and punch it, boom, like a boxer. So people, your audience will laugh. So you have to write really very good script so that you have great punchlines and you get people laugh. And every afternoon, when I watch their beautiful, peaceful, sleeping faces, I really wish they would never wake up again. Also from Matilda. You see, it's quite interesting. Good punchlines really work. All right. And the next one is wordplay works. Wordplay. And when I'm talking about all these ingredients, later I'll tell you how to put all these into your speech, all right? Wordplay works. So what about wordplay? Examples. Okay, this is last year's winner, the third place, Francis. That's Francis. He is a naked speaker. It's supposed to be native speaker. And he played the native speaker by saying he's a naked speaker. So it's a wordplay. The second, until recently, my Taiwan ID card had letters on it, ARC, and words alien residency certificate. I'm an alien. How cool is that? This is like a wordplay, a pun. Why? Because alien has two kinds of meaning. The first means foreigner. The second, of course, means extraterrestrial, ETs. So it's like wordplay. And the next, from Alfie, my father is different. He's calm, cool, he has the look. I thought it was the CIA. Check, investigate, all the time. CIA. It's wordplay. All right, and the next, exaggeration works. If you have exaggeration in your speech, sometimes that also work up pretty good effect. For example, I've been asked these same questions 23, not 23, 23,347 times. Okay, so it's like exaggeration. The next, I was a skinny one. When the wind blew, I could fly away. Exaggeration. Exaggeration also works. And the last one is called observation humor works. I use observational humor to won the 2009 Division E Humorous Speech Contest. What is observation humor? Observation humor is a actually risky technique. Observation humor is that before the speech, but if it works, then it works really well. So I'm still going to explain it, but I can choose if you want to use it or not. Observation humor is that before your speech, you decide if there's any special part that you can combine with other speech. How are you going to do that? You do that by looking into other speech title, and you try to guess what they are going to talk about. And because some people might speak in front of you, so when you make fun of them in your speech, or when you combine their joke within your speech, that actually doubles the power. Because the audience will feel your joke is twice as funny. Because it's not only that the one that you're speaking, but also their memories of the last speaker or the previous speakers. And on the year I won, I merged 3 different speakers who speak before me. And it worked really well. It worked really well. But bear this in mind. This technique is really risky because that simply puts you in some kind of uncertainty. If you prepare everything, then everything is certain. But you know, if you want to win big, you take risk. And that's it. So that's observation humor. You observe and put humor in it. Okay, so you see, I have introduced lots of different skills. So right now, I would love to invite you to stop for a while and just listen to me for 2 minutes, okay? Just stop writing. I'm going to talk about how do you make the humorous speech. I would suggest that first, you can choose a topic, a story, your personal experience that really happened in your life. Don't think about if it's funny or not. Just put that question aside for a while. And what are you going to do? First, you're going to write a speech. And of course, at that time, the speech, was it funny? Not necessarily. But does it have a message? Of course it does. You have to find a personal experience with a message. Then what do? You start to use these techniques and try to put flavors in it. Do you understand what I'm talking about? You know, it's like cooking. First, you boil a big pot of soup. Then the soup, of course, it guarantees that, of course, it has meat and water, which is like it has personal experience and a core message. Then you start to put all kinds of different ingredients to it. You start to set up exaggeration. You start to set up lines. You try to make it fun. That's much easier. Okay? And if you really want to win, that's the skill. That's the skill that you will need. Okay, let's get back to this. So what doesn't work? I'm going to quickly talk about 3 things that really doesn't work. And pay attention to this handout because it says that actually works, however. So I'm going to talk about something that really works. And it actually works very well. But I'll try to do my best to dissuade you from using this. I mean, these things are guaranteed to make some laughs, but don't use it. First, of course, blue humor. Blue humor means 黄色笑话. If you use blue humor, more or less, it's guaranteed to get some laughs. Why? Because people laugh to ease the tension. We laugh to ease the tension. So that's why when we get embarrassed, Sometimes we laugh because we want to ease the tension. So when there's a blue humor, then more and often people will laugh. But why you shouldn't use it? Because the reason is very simple. On the judge's ballot, appropriateness takes 10%. So if you trespass this line, you're going to lose somewhere around 5 to 10%, which is going to make you lose. So if you're going to speak in a contest, don't use blue humor. It simply won't work in a Toastmaster contest. But of course, if in daily life, all the best jokes that I've heard are all blue humor jokes.